Coming to you from the heart of the Motherlode, this is EDC's Week in Review, your October 3rd edition. Thank you for tuning in. For the weather this week, we had a little rain today, but should be sunny throughout the rest of the week, with highs in the 70s and lows in the 50s. Now into our top stories. Off-duty firefighter saves home. Quick action from an off-duty firefighter kept a Cameron Park home fire from spreading beyond the garage earlier this week. According to CAL FIRE AEU, firefighter James Lee Giblin of the Ponderosa Fire Crew was driving to work when he spotted smoke and rushed to help. Inside, the Weissman family had just woken to alarms and heavy smoke. Giblin guided them to safety, then grabbed a garden hose to hold back flames until more engines arrived. Crews from multiple agencies quickly contained the fire to the garage, preventing a far worse outcome. The family later expressed their gratitude, calling Giblin a hero. Although much of the house sustained smoke damage, all occupants, including a pet cat, escaped unharmed. Officials noted that without Giblin's fast response, the fire could have spread rapidly through the home. Bear breaks into preschool. A mother bear, known as number 753, and her cub startled staff at Step by Step Early Learning Center in South Lake Tahoe after entering the building early on September 15th. Co-director Maria Torres arrived to find toys scattered and soon discovered the bears inside. The animals reportedly searched for food, then broke a window lock to escape before police arrived. California Department of Fish and Wildlife later confirmed DNA from 753, a bear that has repeatedly entered homes and businesses in the area. Officials warned that she will be euthanized if seen again, though the cub, nicknamed Hope, may be placed in rehabilitation. Preschool leaders have since upgraded locks and security measures to prevent future incidents. The Bear League has argued the problem stems from human negligence, noting the bears have not yet harmed anyone. Placerville man sentenced after violent incidents. A Placerville man has been sentenced to 2 years and 8 months in county prison after a string of destructive and violent encounters with law enforcement. According to the county's Superior Court, 36-year-old Michael Lewis Wagner pleaded guilty to felony resisting an executive officer and felony vandalism, admitting to aggravating factors. Incidents this year included throwing chairs into Main Street traffic, damaging a city water spigot causing $1,500 in damage, and repeatedly resisting arrest. In one case, he pushed a police officer down a hill before fleeing, and in another, he was arrested with 3 active warrants already outstanding. Judge Mark A. Ralphs handed down the sentence earlier this month in Department 2 of the Placerville Courthouse. The series of events underscore the challenges faced by local police in addressing repeat offenders with escalating behavior. County approves new budget, no 504 fix. The Board of Supervisors has formally adopted the county's $1.12 billion budget for the 2025-26 fiscal year, slightly higher than the $1.04 billion recommended budget approved in June. Interim CAO Sue Heineke said the adopted plan is balanced, complies with state law, and has set aside 25% of adjusted general fund appropriations to help offset economic downturns in future years. According to county officials, growth in property tax revenue has slowed by 9% compared with prior decades' average, while hotel tax and sales tax receipts also dipped. The adopted budget includes $44 million in additional fund balances, which will be reserved for one-time costs and fiscal safeguards rather than ongoing expenses. However, no fix is proposed for Section 504 automatic raises, despite the expansion to approximately 500 non-deputy roles, contributing to a reported $20 million deficit. Staff are preparing for potential 5% and 10% cuts for next year in case revenue decline continues. Supervisors address rentals and plastics. Meeting in South Lake Tahoe on September 30th, the Board of Supervisors weighed in on vacation rental enforcement, airport security cameras, and environmental protections. A progress report on the vacation home rental program showed 762 active permits in Tahoe and 172 on the West Slope, with a dedicated hotline handling nearly 1,000 calls since last year. Officials highlighted quicker response times and more than 300 violations issued in 2025, though they stressed voluntary compliance over fines. Supervisors also reviewed revenue from transient occupancy tax, which dipped 3% since 2023, raising questions about impacts from stricter enforcement. Later, Supervisor Brooke Lane proposed banning single-use plastic bottles and polystyrene in Tahoe Basin, pointing to research ranking the lake among the world's most polluted with microplastics. The board voted 4-1 to begin drafting the ordinance with a possible rollout on Earth Day 2026. EID marks centennial. The El Dorado Irrigation District recently held 2 board meetings that highlighted both history and forward-looking projects. In August, directors honored retiring General Manager Jim Abercrombie, who leaves after 16 years at EID and nearly 5 decades in public service. He was recognized for guiding the district through challenges ranging from the Great Recession to the Caldor Fire, while overseeing major infrastructure and renewable energy investments. In September, the board reviewed a clean annual audit showing revenues up more than 13%, with net position rising to $52 million. Directors also advanced upgrades to the El Dorado Hills Water Treatment Plant, a $176 million project set to expand capacity and add ultraviolet disinfection by 2030. Staff noted a $7 million backlog in deferred maintenance, but said capital planning is on track. A public centennial celebration will take place October 4th at district headquarters. And now for some news nuggets. The Sheriff's Office is urging residents to save the number 530-621-7595 into their phones so emergency alerts don't go to spam, and if you haven't already, sign up at ready.edso.org. Georgetown Fire Chief Glenn Brown will step down on November 21st, leaving a legacy of improved emergency services, with the district now searching for a new chief. The County Board of Supervisors approved a $55,000 contribution to the Capital's Southeast Connector Project, a 34-mile roadway, despite concerns about noise and proportionality, citing safety improvements. The University of California Cooperative Extension and County Farm Bureau host a one-day beginning farming academy on October 24th in Placerville to teach aspiring farmers about starting small farms. The county's Public Health Division will offer free flu vaccination clinics through October and November at various West Slope and South Lake Tahoe locations, targeting vulnerable groups. The county's Behavioral Health Commission seeks 4 new members with lived experience to advise on mental health and substance use services, with applications open for South Lake Tahoe and West Slope residents. The Sheriff's Office received an $85,000 state grant to enhance alcohol sales enforcement and education, targeting underage drinking and impaired driving from July 2025 to June 2026. Faith Episcopal Church in Cameron Park hosts a pet blessing service and pet food drive on October 5th at 4 p.m., celebrating animals and supporting the county's Animal Service Pet Pantry. The Sheriff's Office promotes the Lake Tahoe Polar Plunge on November 16th at Camp Richardson to raise funds for Special Olympics, Northern California, encouraging community participation. And on to our closing stories. Blue Zones project launches. Marshall Hospital has launched its Blue Zones Ignite initiative in El Dorado Hills with an event featuring Dan Buettner Jr., a leader in the global Blue Zones movement. The project begins with a 6-month readiness assessment to evaluate how well local policies, systems, and community life align with practices shown to increase longevity. Blue Zones research, popularized through National Geographic, identified 5 regions worldwide where people live longer, healthier lives, often reaching 100 years of age. Those findings led to 9 lifestyle traits such as Mediterranean-style diets, strong social networks, and natural movement. Marshall officials say the local effort could transform work environments, schools, and public spaces to make healthier choices easier. Success will require funding and collaboration from community partners. Tulum County has already implemented Blue Zones, with results ranging from new school gardens to workplace wellness upgrades. Break Free Run marks 15 years. 3 Strands Global Foundation will host its 15th annual Break Free Run October 18th in Folsom, continuing its mission to combat human trafficking. The event, themed More Than a Race, takes place at Lakeside Church and features multiple race options, including a kids' fun run and a kids' zone with interactive activities. What began as a small 5K has grown into a national movement that has funded prevention education for more than 1.5 million students, parents, and educators. Founder Ashley Bryant noted that between 2015 and 2020, more than 13,000 people were trafficked in nearby Sacramento County, making local action urgent. Proceeds from the run support survivor services and prevention programs. Participants can also join virtually or as teams, with prizes for the largest groups. The event includes a vendor marketplace and community booths. And this has been EDC's Week in Review, your October 3rd edition. Thank you for tuning in. And as always, if you enjoy our content, please like, subscribe, and share with a friend. And if you want to learn more about these stories, please see the show notes.